Council of Advisors expresses concern over differences on referendum, urges political parties to take coordinated decision on referendum issue and implementation of July National Charter, and provide it to government within a week. BNP announces names of candidates for 237 constituencies for upcoming national parliamentary elections. Khaleda Zia and Tariq Rahman to participate in elections from Bogra. Bodiul Alam Majumdar and 3 others appeal against High Court's verdict on validity of 15th Amendment of Constitution. Testimony against 5 people in case of shooting Amir Hussain, who was hanging from a rooftop cornice in Rampura, along with murder of 2 others during July mass uprising, adjourned until tomorrow. A certain quarter engaged in spreading misinformation ahead of the elections, says Chief Election Commissioner, urges to disseminate information after verification. Recent accidents may occur due to various reasons, including design flaws in the Metro Rail, commenced Managing Director of DMTCL. The final round of Nutun Kuri underway, viewers waiting to see who will wear the crown of the best in the intense battle of talents. Former Principal Secretary and freedom fighter Dr. Kamal Siddiqui laid to eternal rest at Mirpur Martyrs Intellectuals Graveyard. .3 magnitude earthquake struck northern Afghanistan. At least 20 people died. Many more feared death. And Barcelona beat Elche by 3-1 in La Liga, while in English Premier League, Man City beat Bournemouth by 3-1. Assalamu alaikum. Those were the headlines from tonight's news at 10. We'll move on now to the details of those and other stories. With you, I'm Mahmoud Rahman. The Council of Advisors today urged the anti-fascist political parties to reach an agreement through discussions within a week on disputed issues such as the implementation of the July Charter and the proposed referendum. The Advisory Council made the call at an emergency meeting held at the Chief Advisor's office to discuss the July Charter prepared by the National Consensus Commission and matters related to its implementation. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus chaired the meeting. After the meeting, Law Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul said the coordinated decision from the political parties will pave the way for the government to reach a decision on holding of referendum. He said the meeting expressed gratitude to the National Consensus Commission and all political parties for their relentless efforts in reaching consensus on key reform issues. Besides, the discussions in the meeting focused on finalizing the July National Charter Constitutional Amendment Order as proposed by the Commission, organizing a national referendum and determining the content of the referendum. Dr. Asif Nazrul said the Council of Advisors reaffirmed the government's commitment to hold the next parliamentary election in the first half of February 2026.
উপদেষ্টা পরিষদের সভায় ঐক্যমত কমিশনের প্রস্তাবিত জুলাই জাতীয় সনদ সংবিধান সংস্কার আদেশ চূড়ান্তকরণ এবং এতে উল্লেখিত গণভোট আয়োজন ও গণভোটের বিষয়বস্তু নিয়ে আলোচনা করা হয়। সভায় লক্ষ্য করা হয় যে ঐক্যমত কমিশনে দীর্ঘদিন আলোচনার পরও কয়েকটি সংস্কারের সুপারিশ বিষয়ে ভিন্নমত রয়েছে। এছাড়া গণভোট কবে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে এবং এর বিষয়বস্তু কি হবে এসব প্রশ্নে রাজনৈতিক দলগুলোর মধ্যে যে মতভেদ দেখা দিয়েছে সেজন্য সভায় উদ্বেগ প্রকাশ করা হয়। এই প্রেক্ষিতে গণভোটের সময় কখন হবে, মানে গণভোট কবে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে, গণভোটের বিষয়বস্তু কি হবে, জুলাই সনদে বর্ণিত ভিন্ন মতগুলো প্রসঙ্গে কি পদক্ষেপ নেওয়া হবে তা নিয়ে ঐক্যমত কমিশনের প্রস্তাবগুলোর আলোকে
Jamuna today. During the meeting, both sides discussed ways to further strengthen bilateral cooperation in trade, investment and humanitarian initiatives. Akif Yilmaz noted that Turkey and Bangladesh share deep cultural and historical bonds. He highlighted strong relations between the two countries. Akif Yilmaz shared information about Turkish parliamentary delegations' visit to Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar on Sunday and humanitarian activities of Turkish institutions and NGOs, including Turkish Field Hospital. The chief advisor thanked Turkey for its steadfast support for the Rohingya community and invited Turkish entrepreneurs to invest in Bangladesh, underscoring the country's potential to become a manufacturing hub for exports to developed countries. Professor Yunus reiterated that the world must not forget the Rohingya people and the injustices they have endured for decades. The chief advisor expressed his deep appreciation to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and the First Lady for their continued support and solidarity with Bangladesh, particularly in humanitarian and development cooperation. Bangladesh Nationalist Party (BNP) has announced a list of candidates for 237 seats out of the total 300 constituencies for the upcoming general parliamentary election. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir made the announcement during a press conference at the BNP chairperson's office in Gulshan this evening. Fakhrul said that former Prime Minister and BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia will contest the election from three constituencies: Dinajpur 3, Bogura 7 and Feni 1. BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman will contest the election from the Bogura 6 constituency, and Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir also confirmed his own participation in the polls from Thakurgaon 1 constituency. Concerning the remaining seats, Mirza Fakhrul said the party will finalize the candidates for the remaining seats through discussions with those who were with the BNP in the anti-fascist movement. The National Citizen Party, NCP, today demanded the immediate announcement of a proclamation for the implementation of the July Charter. NCP leaders made the demand at a press conference held at the party's central office in the capital. Member Secretary of NCP, Akhtar Hussain, responded to journalists' questions on behalf of the party, while central leaders were also present. Akhtar Hussain warned that if the reform process is obstructed, the country may face a political crisis. He urged the government to issue directives for the implementation of the national reform recommendations without delay in order to fulfill the mass aspirations of the July uprising. An appeal has been filed challenging the High Court verdict that declared several provisions of the much-debated 15th Amendment to the Constitution, including the abolition of the caretaker government system, illegal. Dr. Sharif Bhuiya, counsel for the petitioner, Badiulala Mojumdar, Secretary of Shujon, filed the petition today. The petition seeks to have the entire 15th Amendment annulled. On 17th of December last year, the High Court declared several sections of the 15th Amendment, including the one abolishing the caretaker government system, unconstitutional. At the same time, the court reinstated the provision for a national referendum in the Constitution. However, the verdict did not annul the entire 15th Amendment. The International Crimes Tribunal has adjourned until tomorrow the recording of witness testimonies in the case filed over crimes against humanity, including the shooting of Amir Hussain, who was seen hanging from a rooftop ledge, and the killing of two other persons during the July movement in the capital's Rampura. The three-member judicial panel of the tribunal, headed by Justice Ghulam Murtaza Majumdar, issued the order at the end of the third day of testimony in the case against former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and four others. The tribunal today recorded testimonies from two witnesses in the case. One is Tabassum Akhtar Niha, wife of Martin Nadim, as the third witness, and Yaqub Mia, an eyewitness, as the fourth witness. Earlier, on 27th of October, the second witness, Mustafizur Rahman, father of the injured child Basit Khan Musa, gave his statement before the tribunal. On the 23rd of October, the first witness, Amir Hussain, who was shot while hanging from the building ledge, testified in the same case. Apart from former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman, the other five accused in the case are former ADC of DMP's Kilgaon zone, Rashidul Islam, former officer in charge of Rampura Police Station, Mashur Rahman, and former Sub-Inspector Tariqul Islam Bhuiya. Among the accused, Chanchal Chandra Sarkar has been arrested, while the others remain absconding. The arrested accused was produced before the tribunal this morning. Meanwhile, a complaint was filed today with the International Crimes Tribunal by the victim over the enforced disappearance of former Jatiyatwadi Chhatradol Joint Secretary Mofizur Rahman Ashik, who was allegedly abducted twice in 2013 and 2022 during the rule of the fascist Awami League government. The case has been lodged against the ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the then Home Minister, and several senior rabbis. Hasina has commented that the upcoming national election will pave the way for building a new Bangladesh. He made this remark today while inspecting a security drill and oral training session conducted by the Ansar and Village Defence Party (VDP) for election centre duties. Presiding over the event, Major General Abdul Muttalib Sajjad Mahmood, Director General of Bangladesh Ansar and VDP, said that only young and well-trained members will be assigned duties to ensure a free, fair and credible election. He emphasized that no partisan or unqualified individuals would be engaged in the process. The Chief Election Commissioner said that the Election Commission will officially begin the voter registration process on November the 19th. A total of 7,886 trainees from 74 centres across the country joined the programme simultaneously through an online platform. During his address, the CEC noted that certain quarters are spreading misinformation about the election and urged all to verify and disseminate information responsibly in the greater national interest. The Managing Director of Dhaka Mass Transit Company Limited, DMTCL, Farooq Ahmed, has said that the recent accidents involving the Metro Rail might have occurred due to design faults, the use of substandard equipment, and inadequate project handover. He stated that the exact cause of the accidents can only be confirmed after the investigation is completed. He made these remarks this morning at a press conference held at the Metro Rail office, where the overall progress and operations of the ongoing Metro Rail project were discussed. Farooq Ahmed further said that the responsibility for project handover lay with the consultancy firm, but a lack of efficiency might have led to certain shortcomings. Valiant freedom fighter and former Principal Secretary Dr. Kamal Siddiqui was laid to eternal rest at the Martyred Intellectuals Graveyard in Mirpur this evening. Earlier, his namaz-e-janaza was held at the Gulshan Central Mosque in the capital. A smartly turned-out contingent of Bangladesh police accorded a guard of honor with full state protocol on the mosque premises. The bugles of Bangladesh police played the last post, and 1 minute's silence was observed in honor of Dr. Kamal Siddiqui. The Dhaka District Administration placed a floral wreath on his body, which was draped in the national flag of Bangladesh. At this time, the chairman of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Muhammad Abdul Momen, Cabinet Secretary Sheikh Abdul Rashid, Home Secretary Nasimul Ghani, Public Administration Secretary Muhammad Ehsanul Haq, Information and Broadcasting Secretary Mahbuba Farzana, PSC member Najmul Amin Mujumdar, along with senior officials of the administration and dignitaries were present. Valiant freedom fighter and former Principal Secretary Dr. Kamal Siddiqui passed away at his Gulshan residence today. Dr. Siddiqui joined the Civil Service of Pakistan, CSP, in the 1968 batch. He served as Principal Secretary to Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia. He also served as Cabinet Secretary and Rector of PATC. He was nominated by Bangladesh for election to the United Nations Committee on the Rights of the Child and served from 2005 to 2009. Today is the third day of the final round of Bangladesh Television's popular talent hunt show, Notun Kuri. The final round has been ongoing at Bangladesh Television since November the 1st. On the third day of the finals, 39 contestants took the stage to perform in classical dance, Hamd Nath, Rabindra Sangeet, comedy and patriotic songs. After successfully completing the grooming phase and advancing to the top 5, the young participants are now competing in the grand finale. In total, 127 contestants in 2 age groups are participating in the final round in 12 different categories. The much-awaited final round of Notun Kuri 2025 will continue until November the 4th. On now to international news.